Hello, during today's session you are going to learn what is an if statement and how to implement its syntax. So let's start sharing the screen and let's go to the pattern. So first of all, I really would like to cover what is the logical condition for mathematics, and this is due to this is a kind of prerequisite before start working with the if statements. So seeing this, let's start with the first condition, which says that we have the equals. When we're talking about equals, that means that what we have on A object, it's equal at what we have on B object. And pay attention on this sign because it's a sign that corresponds to this equals condition. And then we have not equals. That means what we have on A object is not equal at what we have on B object. We continue with the less than. That means what we have on A object is less than what we have on B object. Less than or equal to means that what we have on A object is less than or equal at what we have on B object. Finally, we have the greater than, which says that what we have on A object is greater than what we have on B object. And greater than or equal to says that what we have on A object is greater than or equal at what we have on the B object. Now, after that, let's continue with the reserved words. For that, we have the next definition, which says that reserved words have very special meaning on Python. And this is because they make reference to specific and predefined actions. So for this example, we will be using the if keyword to validate if our condition are true or false. Seeing this, let's go to the if statement syntax, and here we have the if keyword, we have our condition, then we have colon, and after this in the next line you could see here that we have indentation. That means we leave or keep some spaces, and we start typing our statement of log. So something important here to mention is that our if condition is going to be executed just and only just if this is true. If in the case that we receive that or we identify that the if condition is false, in that case, no one from the next lines is going to be executed. That means if this is true, we execute this statement of our block. But if this is false, then we are going to skip all these next lines and we're not going to execute nothing that is after our condition. Now, after explaining that, let's start with some if statement examples. But before, let's comment what we have just reviewed, because otherwise that could generate one conflict in our code. So let's just see that everything is working. Yeah. So first of all, we need to start defining our global variables or objects. We have the A and B, and we have assigned 5 integer value and 10 integer value respectively. So after this, we start with our syntax, if statement syntax. We have the if keyword. Then we have the next condition. It says what we have on B, which is 10, if what we have on B, which is 10, is greater than what we have on A, which is 5, then we print B is greater than A. So let's see our result. Here we have B is greater than A, because that's true, because 10 actually is greater than 5. Now let's make this false and see what's going there in the result. As per you can see here, we make this condition false because B, we change the values. So B, it's equal to 10. 10 is not greater than 20A, right? So due to the same, this is false, and we're just skipping this next line or block or expression. This is not being executed. And due to the same, we are not receiving our comment or display our comment in the console. Now let's change once more to true, our condition. So let's run it. And here we have again, B is greater than A, right? Because once more, B, 10 is greater than 5A. So let's continue with the next example. The next example said a score example. So for that, we have one score variable, which we have assigned the 70 integer value, and we start reviewing our condition. If scored, in this case 70, is greater than or equal to 70, then print, congratulations, you have passed your exam. Here we have, congratulations, you have passed your exam. So if we review it, in this case, if 70 is greater than or equal to 70, well, that's true, because probably is not greater than 70. 70 is not greater than 70, but it's equal. 70 it's equal to 70. In this case, we're printing our message. Now let's change to one bigger. In this case is 90. So if score, which is 90 now, if 90 is greater than or equal to 70, well, that's true, because 90 is greater than 70. Print congratulations. That's why we keep our message. Now let's change our value to one lower. Let's change our value to one lower so that we could make false this condition or statement. So if a score, in this case 50, is greater than or equal to 70, well, that is false because 50 is not greater, neither equal to 70. Then we're just going to skip this line and we should not see display any message. So as per you could see here, we lost our message. We don't have congratulations, you have passed. We don't have it, right? So let's change it again. Let's move to 90. Run it. And here we have our message. And the reason is because we make true the if statement. We make true again, because if 90 is greater or equal to 70, well, in this case, it's greater to 70, we print this message. Now, finally, let's continue just with one a little more complex example, but I consider that this is important because that is going to help us to confirm if we are understanding how could we use the if statement on the real life. So let's start with our case. The case says that it's supposed that we want to know the balance after transfer money between accounts. So let's go to the scenario. So it says that previously we have set a bank rule, and it says that when we have less than $5 in our account, then we will receive a transfer from other account. And one of the acceptance criteria will be that the amount to be transferred will be $400. So seeing this, let's go to check our, first of all, initial data, and then let's go to the condition. So first of all, our transfer variable, because remember, we need to receive one transfer, will be $400. And our balance will be, in this case, it's supposed that I pay, I don't know, something. I pay something, I don't know, food for my pet, or I don't know, some grocery. And my new balance, or the current balance, is $4. And let's check the rule. So the condition said, if balance is less than or equal to 5, then first of all, we create a new variable, because it's a new data that actually is the data that we're looking for, the new balance. It's equal to transfer, in this case, the 400 plus balance. That means the amount that trigger our transfer, that trigger our bank rule. That means if balance, the $4 is less than or equal to 5, which is true, then the new balance will be, first of all, our transfer, the $400 that we're receiving, the transfer, plus what we already have in order to trigger that bank rule, in order to trigger that transfer, which is $4. So will be $400 plus $4. And that gives us a value of $404 as a new balance, right? Here we're printing and here we're receiving. Now let's go for exactly the dollars. If we go for the $5, let's check the condition. If balance is less or equal to $5, in this case, we have 5. 5 is not less, but is equal, right, to 5. So that is true. Then new balance equal to transfer 400 plus $5, which was the balance that triggered my bank rule and my transfer, which is 5. Then we print the new balance, which will be the addition of transfer plus balance. And that gives us, let's check, $405. Now let's make it false. Let's make this condition false and verify. First of all, we're seeing this error message in the 63 line here, which says name error, name new balance is not defined, right? Here, new balance is not defined. This is because, first of all, this is a local variable. We're carrying the local variable inside this block after our condition. But as per, if we after change and get a new balance per $10, we are not covering or making through this condition. Let's see. If $10 is less than or equal to 5, well, that's false. It's not less than 5 and it's not equal to 5, right? Then we are not going to execute all these. We're just skipping. That means that we never create this local variable and we never receive that transfer and we never implement this addition. So that means that this doesn't exist. So when we try to call it, we receive this error, name new balance is not defined. Now, finally, let's just go back to the value so that could make true our condition and see once more our result. So balance equal to 4. If balance 4, in this case 4, less or equal to 5, yeah, it's true, is less than 5. Then new balance equal to transfer 400 plus balance $4. Then we print 400 and $4. So I think that this is it. Once more, the suggestion is that if you're not familiar with the logical conditions for mathematics, this suggestion is just give a double click from everything that has been already explained. And I think that this will be enough for you to start working with the if statements. So seeing this, great thanks for your valuable time and see you on the next videos, which are the elif and else statement. Thank you and have a beautiful day.